We have an unhealthy codependent relationship. Way to be self-aware. Because maybe she'll want to jump off a cliff because of you being annoying. Okay? I would. I'd just be like, you know what? Screw this. Bye. Who drugged her? Here it begins. Are you checking it? First sentence. I fucked up. Whew, Lily's off to a great start. I can already feel it. Swapped out my pens and highlighters. We've got purple for the purple book. Let's get this party started, y'all. I fucked up. That's a great first sentence. Especially after that last one I didn't get off. My youngest sister Daisy sips beer from a solo cup. No. I fear that she'll pull a guy over to try to hook us up to take my mind off Lauren Hale. 5 hours ago, I believed a house party would be a safe choice. Not true. So not true. What? I should be chastely tucked beneath my comforter sleeping through the New Year's riffraff at my place with Rose. Yes, yes, you should be. Only days ago. This is taking place days later. I felt like I was going through a divorce. Like, yeah, you guys have been together for like your entire lives. I just want to see Rose's house. She bought a 4-bedroom villa near Princeton with 5 acres of sprawling lush land and a white wraparound porch, black shutters, and purple hydrangeas. More with the sleeping pills. I don't think picking a different addiction helps much, but it's not an addiction. I'm exaggerating. When I told this to Rose, she patted my shoulder and said I was being irrational. That's okay for her to say. She's intelligent, confident, independent, everything I'm not. Damn! We have an unhealthy codependent relationship. Way to be self-aware. At least you're self-aware. And I know this. Good. Self-awareness queen. I have many fears and little left, but my greatest one is failing him. You can't do this for other people. Like, you have to do it for yourself. If you don't want to get better, you're not gonna. I feel like, I mean, that's just like a personal opinion. That's definitely not how this works. It's different for everyone. Exactly, like, and if I'm not strong enough to squash these compulsions before he returns from rehab, then our relationship will really be over. No more Lily and Lo, no more us. He'll be healthy and I'll be stuck on a destructive turntable alone. Like, no. You can't just put a timeline on like, oh, I have to get better by the time he gets better, or he's gonna move on and be healthy without me. Like, because I don't want her addiction to hold him back in any way. So it's like if they aren't better at the same time, then they can't be together for that time. But she needs to get better for herself and not just be like, oh, well, I can't do this because I can't upset him, or I have to do it for it. Like, you have to do it for yourself, homegirl. Please. 2 Harry Potter references at the end of the last one, which I was very happy about. But now, like, Daisy's talking about how she wants a cool signature trait, like, that models have. And Lily's like, signature trait? Sounds like being a badass Patronus in a wizarding world. Though I'm sure mine would be lame too, like a squirrel. Okay, I looked past the fact that Reich is just rude to Lo in the first one. So I was like, well, we'll figure out why. And then all of a sudden, okay, he's Lo's brother. But like, come on, why is he still mean? Wait, did I say Lo? I meant Lily. But like, why is he so mean to Lily? Like, he says agitated. It's been 7 days since he left, not 5 fucking years. You're acting pathetic. Like, okay. I thought we amended your behavior towards Lily last book when you said, oh, my battery's gonna die. Okay, anyway. I thought that we amended this whole, like, Reich being mean to Lily when they were all at Thanksgiving dinner, like, pre-dinner, and he was just like, if you had told me what was going on with you, then I wouldn't have been so harsh on you, blah, blah, blah. So now Lo's gone to rehab, and Lily's by herself, and it's been, 5 days? It's been 7 days, obviously. And now he's just being so mean to her. Like, my whole reason for waking up in the morning and putting on a smile has been taken from me. How about leave her alone? She's dealing with her own shit. Like, there's no way that he's being this mean to Lo. And Lo's having to live without his addiction. And now she's trying to live without her addiction. So how about treat her at least decently? Like, you don't even have to be nice. Just stop being so mean. Like, why are you justifying yourself to him? You don't need to. You don't need to babysit me, right? Look, I promised Lo that I'd make sure you didn't jump off a fucking cliff when he left. I'm helping. If helping you helps him, then I'll do whatever it takes. I'll see you. You're obviously not doing whatever it takes, because maybe she'll want to jump off a cliff because of you being annoying. Okay, I would. I'd just be like, you know what? Screw this. Bye. Oh my god, crazy. Here it goes. Here it begins. Let the controversy begin. He is 22. She is 15. Right? Texted me. I mean, I didn't even think he noticed me. Honey. So I've heard that nothing happens until she's 18. So like 3 years. Like, what happens in that 3 years? You know, I'm not gonna judge it yet. Like, I haven't read it yet. I don't know. But I was just watching YouTube clips, like, you know, the clips of TV shows being out of context. Yeah, I was watching Pretty Little Liars once. Ezra and Arya were supposed to be, like, in the books. AKA, he goes to jail. Not they end up together and they get married. The fact that I was watching that on TV at the ripe age of 13. And even I wasn't okay with that. And I was just confused about their entire relationship the entire time as it was going and as I was getting older. The thought that some people didn't see that. And they were just like, oh, so it's fine. But like, if there's an accurate depiction of addiction, I'm gonna assume there's an accurate depiction of whatever's about to happen with Reich and Daisy by the time it gets to their books. You think he likes me or something? No, he's 22 and he's not the kind of guy who would hit on a 15-year-old. Because those guys are perverts. Yes, thank you. I mean, I do look older, Lily. Stop. Stop, Daisy. Are you really respected and treated like you're in your 20s? Or are people just trying to get things from you? What's going on inside her head? My palms sweat. My palms are sweating this week. Arms are heavy. This mama dog is sweating already. Mom spaghetti, he's nervous. But on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. Okay, just like a chair. We're just like trying to read with my brain. And I keep skipping forward. Stop it. We'll go back. Okay, this is not comfortable. Why am I laying like this? Okay, but still, Red doesn't have to be mean to her. He likes like a long breath and rubs the back of his neck. I hate that he's dating an addict. You have no idea. He pinches his eyes. It makes it twice as hard, you know that. Yeah, I whisper, I know. I'll choose him over you every time, but you're a huge part of his life, so that means you're going to be a part of mine, whether you like it or not. Okay. Whatever, right? Whatever. That was like so cringe. I don't even care. I don't know how to be the nice. Oh, I don't know how to do this the nice way. Never happened. Not me writing with a highlighter when I have 3 pens right here. It's fine. Everything's fine. I feel like I'm constantly fighting the Rock'em Sock'em Bobot. Bobot? It's too early for this. I have to stay up until 4 a.m. reading this, and I woke up at 8. Love a good 4 hours of sleep. But I feel like I'm constantly fighting the Rock'em Sock'em Robot, and I suck at board games. Is Rock'em Sock'em Robot like a board game? That's just... I don't think that's a board game. Think of like Monopoly or like Candyland. That's a board game. There's a board. Why am I focusing on that? Okay, like stuff like this just keeps happening to Daisy. Like she keeps putting herself in these situations. Like she jumped off a roof of a 3rd story and jumped into a pool. Didn't care. She was dancing on the edge of a building earlier and just didn't care. And now she's just interjecting herself in a fight. Like she doesn't care if she's gonna get hit. But what if she does want to be? This is so messed up. Like she's 15 trying to get out of the grasp of her mom. Ugh. Acting out as a teenager with these kind of influences, like going to parties, drinking, being a model, being around older men when she's 15, like, I feel like Daisy's much higher stakes. Not my hair getting stuck in my nose ring. Was she roofied? As you said earlier, it's kind of strong. I've only had a glass and a half. Her eyes droop a little, but she seems coherent, not yet drunk, maybe buzzed. And then over here, she wobbles a little, but she stands upright. Daisy keeps her hands up between them, separating their bodies, but her eyelids continue to sag. She wobbles a little bit, but she stands upright. Is she drunk? But she barely drank anything. Okay, 1. She drank a regular cup and a half of Hunch Punch, which is basically jungle juice. Okay? And a 15-year-old, that's not barely drank anything. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. And depending on how fast she drank it. But is she drunk? She barely drank anything, and this seems to be hitting her really hard all of a sudden. Like, was there something else in the drink? Yep, she wants to be hit, to feel something maybe. I don't know, but she's scaring me. How? You think Mom would have been mad if I ruined my pretty face? She laughed lightly and quickly dies off. She blinked repeatedly. What's wrong? I don't know. Something's not right. She was drugged. Who drugged her? You think someone drugged her? I know someone fucking drugged her. Where the fuck is Jack? What are you going to do, I asked. Beat the shit out of him? Have a civil conversation? Throttle him for answers? There are so many choices. What is GHB? We put GHB in the punch, but it's only enough to get high, that's it. I honestly didn't think anyone would pass out from it. So you put drugs in the punch that everyone was drinking out of? Like, it's not like he just put drugs in her drink. It was in the whole bowl. Everyone's body reacts differently to drugs. She weighs what, 120? GHB is a date rape drug? And he put it in the whole bowl. I feel dumb. Just dumb. Not even silly dumb. Shut up, Lily. At least you let everyone know. Red stops outside the kitchen and yells to the crowd. For anyone who doesn't fucking know, there are drugs in the punch. Have a happy fucking New Year. Oh my god. Hopefully Wright's statement helps someone tonight. Maybe it won't. There's not much more we can do without ruining everyone's time and being a complete buzzkills. There's not much we can do about the fact that everyone's getting drugged right now because I don't want to be a complete buzzkill. Like, you could just pour out the bowl. You could just pour out the bowl. I just have to ask you one question, Lily. He glanced at me. Are all you Calloway girls this crazy? I joke on a laugh about kicking it, but I really can't. Poppy's pretty normal. Like, Poppy's one that's married. Also, I can't get over their names. Like, why are they all have to be named flowers? And then Daisy's middle name is like Petunia. It just makes me think of more Harry Potter. Like, bruh. Like, there were so many Marvel references in the first one. Don't get any of them because I'm not a comic book person. But the Harry Potter references, I enjoy. But like, this chapter is 2 years ago. And she's like, the best I can do is try to convince him not to drink an extra bottle. That's in my power, and I use it as often as I can. But the only way he'll truly get better is if he wants it first. And clearly he's nowhere near that point. I'm not sure what it will take. It's just like, damn. Well, you found out now, it's you getting hurt. And then, I love you, Lil. We say the words all the time, but the power has not been lost. Our I love yous encompass years of heartache, of hurt, of laughter and pain. And every time we say the words, I feel a rush of our childhood. I couldn't imagine ever losing that. I had a feeling I would like this more once I got to the next book. Like, I'm getting to know them more. I like the flashbacks, but like, this one still is just Lily's perspective. He's in rehab, so like, it's just Lily. So I like that there's so many, there's so many flashbacks. And her just thinking back on times with him, because then we still get to know a little bit more about Lo. Like, it's just so cute. Like, he carried her on his back, which also the fact that he can be completely drunk and like normal person drunk, but for him, he's just like fine. He's running. He's carrying her on his back for like hours. I've ridden on his back before when we were kids, when I couldn't make it up the Grand Sand Dunes in Colorado, when I forgot to wear closed-toed shoes in the Costa Rican rainforest, when I needed a lift, he was always there. Like, that's so cute. He's also drunk and they're running away from a house party, so it's just like, oh, how the turns have tabled. this is like their mother again. You're so naive, Rose. You think this world is going to respect you? You're living in a fantasy. Women like us have a figment of power. In the end, we're all marionettes to men. Accept it now. I hate their mother. Hate her. Like, their dad seems nice. My mother sighs. What if Lo never returns? What if he chooses to be single by the end of this? I am creating a backup plan for her. I'm giving her options. Her words sting my chest, and I hardly notice Aaron laughing about something with my father, as if they're long-lost buddies. Lo will return, won't he? He will come back to me. He'll want me. But the doubt festers in my soul, and I try to rid it with a confident nod, but I'm not feeling so assured right now. Now when my mother has zero faith in the man I love. Options, Rose shrieks. You've never given any of us an option. You know what option I would have liked? The option to disown my own mother. Ah! Yes. Disown her. Stop it, she snaps. No! You're a bitch. Caracol coming to save the day! Calloway! Like, I get excited about Calloway because I know that, like, they're gonna have their own book and, like, it's gonna work out. And they are, like, really cute together. But then seeing all these, like, raising moments, I'm just, like, I start to read into them and I'm like, oh my god, wait, she's 15. Should not be reading into these. Because they are, like, you can't tell intention. Because this is all just from Lily's perspective. And Lily worries a lot. She has social anxiety, she has a sex addiction. Like, her perspective of what's going on could be different than the way that Daisy views it or different from the way that Reich views it. But Daisy has said at, like, 2 different points, like, oh, what if he likes me? And she's like, no, he's 22, you're 15. And, like, the fact that her head is going there, but Reich could just be taking care of her, like, a little sister and just being like, hey, you need to eat, and like messing around with the chocolate cake to be funny because he wants to make her uncomfortable enough to push her button so she'll eat it because she shouldn't be starving herself, and if she wants the chocolate cake, she should be able to have the chocolate cake. And so it seems like it would be from like good intentions and not like he's trying to groom her or anything and then they're just falling for each other later, which I'm assuming is gonna be the case. But then, like, if that's not the case, then I feel icky reading into these moments like, oh, that's sweet, if that's not his intention to be sweet. Just, I don't know how I feel about Wright. Okay, I knew I'd like this one more. Like, I'm on page 130 and he finally called from rehab and just like, she's having to deal with this stuff on her own, and like she has friends and stuff, but she doesn't have him, so she can't be codependent and he can't be codependent, and like everything's better. And he's like, I miss you, love. That's good, Lil. So you're really doing okay? My throat begins to close, swelling with a lump. I don't want him to spend his days worrying about me. Reich has infiltrated my mind and I hear him whispering, you'll ruin his progress by saddling him with this large burden. You have to separate yourself from him, Lily. Let him go. She just thinks of herself as a burden. All I ever wanted was for Lo to be happy. I just never thought his happiness would coincide with my depression. It seems stupid and moronic, but in order for him to become healthy, he needs to stop focusing on me so he can worry about his own problems. That's why Wright keeps telling me that, right? So I give in to Wright's constant pleas. I let Lo off the hook. He no longer needs to be my rock. I have to find another one. Or maybe I'll be able to stand up on my own. I'm so dramatic. I'm writing, I'm crying in the top corner. I'm not crying, okay? But like I am internally. If I start crying in book 2, I have no hope for 10 books. Plus the Kiss the Sky series, I haven't seen anyone talk about them yet. And if they're good. Not Kiss the Sky series. What is it, Like Us series? Like all the kids? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have this new therapist. You haven't even gone to therapy. You haven't even called her yet. I love a good Friends to Lovers. I think this is one of the first Friends to Lovers I've read, actually. I really like it. Now I'm gonna start crying. Everyone's crying. Where's my highlighter? I have 3 pens, no highlighter. I'm sorry. Everything about this book is so much better than the first one. I feel like we needed it, but it's just weird to me that these are like they're a little bit less than 300 pages. This could have been a 600-page book and put it all together. Because the end of the first one could have been like the beginning of this one. I don't know when these first came out, because it reminds me of like 2008 YA, where they leave you at the cliffhanger at the end, like the climax is the end, and then you have to read the next book, and then there's like a new one, it makes you want to read the next book instead of things getting wrapped up, but the storyline could continue. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense in my brain. Either way, I'm on page 225. How many pages are there? Before the bonus. Oh my god, I don't read it, but like the bonus information in this is notes to our future selves. That's so cute. There's only 286 pages in this book, so I only got 60 pages left. What time is it? I feel like going to therapy, she's gonna find out that like something did happen and she just like repressed it, and for her to like take back control of her body, her like became a sex addiction. I don't think I'm ready for that. Oh no. Because she said that she feels awkward around her family. You don't understand, I shouldn't feel this way. I point to my chest. I have money, I come from privilege. I refuse to throw a pity party for myself. You can't refuse to feel hurt just because you think that you don't deserve to feel it. Oh my god! Girl! Going back to 3.5 years ago. Like, why are we doing this with 10 pages left?